It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
In the criminal justice system, sexually-based offenses are considered especially heinous. In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit. These are their stories.
Carnival crew said, not on my watch. We are not doing this no more. We've had enough. So, if you haven't heard, recently Carnival Cruise has updated their rules and regulations on their current and future trips. So, let's start off hot. That drinking package, the all you can drink, yeah, gonna get rid of that. Sneaking that liquor in that wine bottle or that Listerine bottle, yeah, cut that out because they checking anything and everything that's a liquid coming on board. They open it up, they make you open it on the spot. No more sneaking no more. No more all you can drinks. They getting tired of it. That little speaker that you was planning on bringing, yeah, don't. They taking any and every speaker that they find. They confiscating. Then you're going to get it back after the cruise. But in the meantime, while you on there will be no outside music other than theirs. Playing rap in the club, it's out of there. They not doing that no more. All right. They said we causing too much problems. But honestly, I don't really think it's the rap music. I think it's the liquor and the rap music, because that I've done all I needed to explain. Thinking you about to fight on that cruise ship and head back to your room like nothing happened? Yeah, pack it up. You're getting left at the next port, buddy, old pal. All right? They not going for that no more. No more fighting. They leave you at any port. If you look suspicious, they might just leave you. Carnival Cruise started to sound like TSA, because any laptops, electronics, liquids over 3 ounces, take it out of the bag. Don't bring on here. We taking it all. And when you get on this ship, sit down, shut up, and ride to your destination quietly. When we get there, get off. But when it's time to go, get back on and don't say Nathan. Don't ask for Nathan. In all seriousness, I get it. But at the same time, you got these people stuck on the ship. There ain't nothing to do. We're going to be at a destination in 2 days and you expect me not to get blackout drunk? Right. There ain't nothing to do. So, Carnival, if you're going to do this, I get it. But at the same time, you got to give and take. Have a board or plan on people. Ask the people what they want, okay? You can't just take and not give back. Because if y'all keep this up, y'all gonna be looking like the Titanic. That's right. Them sails gonna plummet to the bottom of the ocean. Never to be seen again. Give and take. Give and take.
This is a disgrace. God damn it. I'm not even angry no more. They're not talking, they're yelling.
Ooh, darling, cause you'll always be my baby. How y'all fighting the Mariah Carey? It ain't the rap music.
Not the whistle. Not the whistle.
Don't blow that stupid shit.
Girl, don't let nobody take you out of character and have to go to cruise jail.
It's a way to talk to people.
I understand, but it's not even worth
They're
it.
gonna try to piss y'all.
Y'all go ahead and get your hate out. Get all your names you're going to call me and get that out of your system. But for your information, I have been on 9 cruises since 1993. The ones through 2005 were not cheap, but they were very nice cruises. The people that worked the ship were nice. The people that were on the cruise were nice. You didn't go to the dining room dressed like you were going to the pool. There was a certain amount of decorum required. When you got up in the morning, you could go through early in the morning, because I was. You could go through the breakfast and get coffee and a donut. They had a continental breakfast that early. And then go to what's called the Serenity deck, and you could sit there and drink your coffee and enjoy the sun coming up. You couldn't do that on this last cruise because they were still drunk from the night before. And the only place they could find to hide with their goofiness is on the Serenity deck. The people on either side of us in the cabin were ridiculous. Their trash stumbled out into the hallway. And I'm not talking people, I'm talking literal trash. They would go up to the bars, the buffets, and get plates and plates of stuff, and then just pile it on the floor outside their door. There was no class. In the words of my grandfather, they had no couth. The fighting is what amazed me. You're on vacation in parts of the most beautiful part of the world, and all you can do is cuss, scream, and fight. Now, mind you, I met people on this cruise that were from a Baptist church somewhere up near Chicago. There was about 15 of them. I regret to this day not getting their names. I had such a fun time with those people. But I couldn't visit with them because of all the nonsense going on. And it didn't matter where you went on the ship. The nonsense. Now, I watched a lady's video today where she blamed it all on Carnival for dropping the prices. I don't know how much more you could insult your own people. That because they paid an inexpensive fare, that somehow excused them from their stupid actions? No. No. It's not Carnival's fault they lowered prices. It's ill-mannered, classless people. And while there may be a large part of it, one particular race, it is not race exclusive. But what amazed me is you couldn't go to the swimming pool deck ever. From like 8 o'clock in the morning until 1 o'clock at night, you couldn't go because it was bad. It was bad. So when I got back, I wrote Carnival a letter, told them I would be not to be sailing with them again because I did not enjoy my cruise. People take cruises to relax. They take cruises to have a good time. You go in the bar, have a few drinks, have a lot of fun. You come lay out on the deck by the pool, have a few drinks, enjoy yourself. Have a hamburger. Have whatever you want. But enjoy yourself. You don't enjoy yourself on Carnival anymore. And it wasn't a short cruise. I was on a 7-day cruise.
Ladies arguing over seats on Carnival cruise.
I'm a grown ass motherfucking woman, so you better find you somebody else. You stole our place. You put your confidence when you saw me stepping there. Everybody over here saw you. Just let me want to go out my face. It ain't no use for nobody getting kicked off of anything. You just send your ass on the floor. Somebody just here. Please, I'll tell you. You don't need nobody getting kicked off. Just confuse the whole
I already gave you. So if they gave you nothing, that is what you're gonna get. Because this is the supervisor, the manager, the team lead right here. What's her name? Maria just told me that corporate decided that they cannot give you anything else. So you might want to get out of line and go home. Maybe you might want to get a customer service number because they are not going to give you anything than what you have right now. Despite you sweating 5 nights every single night that you've been on this ship. This is not customer service. Y'all dead ass wrong for that. No AC, yeah, you call the goddamn security and get me off this bitch. You better not touch me. You better not put your goddamn hands on me. No. Leave me alone. Can you help me? Can you give me some money back? Okay. I sweated and I'm not going nowhere because you're going to help me and you're going to help everybody else in this line. I'm not going nowhere.
What's the number?
Here it is right here. Because they told me they're not going to be able to give you anything else. And I sweated every single night. What happened? Okay.
She can call security. What's
Get me off this bitch. You expedite me. Here you go. Before they get me, but I might end up dead, y'all. I might end up dead.
No, you're not.
I might end up dead. Here you go.
I will help you. Come
Don't touch me. Ain't nobody gonna goddamn help me.
I don't know, y'all better do something, but
They're not trying to do anything.
But that's what I'm saying. How can they even?
They told me 2. How many days did my AC not work? 5. But they only gave me credit for 2. Here you go. Yeah. What's the name of the ship? Carnival Sunrise. They're only paying people 2 days and my AC didn't work for 5. Here you go. Don't touch me. Here we go. Customer service. Because y'all waiting in line only for them to tell you that they're not going to be able to help you. Customer service. Customer service.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
yeah, but they're not gonna give you anything. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
You're waiting in line and they're not going to help you.
That girl ain't supposed to be on that cruise with somebody. She like, don't put me on. You going viral.
2 nights, I want 5. I sweated 5 nights. I did. I sweated 5 nights, I did. Did your AC work all the nights that you were here? No? Okay. They're not going to be able to help you. They're going to make you wait in line, and they're going to tell you that they're not going to be able to do anything to help you, that you're going to have to call this 1-800 number.
They're not even taking money right now?
No. They're not doing anything to help you right now.
They're going to tell you that they cannot help you, that there's this 1-800 number for you to call.
Okay, so
I don't know if y'all been keeping up about what's going on Carnival, but now they're saying, well, first they said no fans, they're basically getting rid of boots on the ground. I don't know what song bothers people so much, but that's very, very weird. Secondly, now they're saying just within the last 24 to 48 hours that they're no longer playing rap music on Carnival Cruise. Like, I'm really disgusted because I just went in April and you know I had a ball. I'm talking about boots were on the ground, fans were clacking, rap music was being played, club was lit. Like, I had the ball of my life. And I have another cruise booked, and this time is a 6-day cruise, and this is the longest cruise I've ever been on, or gonna go on, and it's already booked and paid for. And now I'm like, I don't even know if I want to go. Like, do y'all think I should go? Should I just wait and see what's gonna happen? I don't even know if I can get a refund, but it's like, if the vibes are not gonna be there, I don't want to be there. Like, what do you mean there's no rap music? I mean, I don't mind R&B and different music, but like, everybody knows like Carnival is usually the turn up ships. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'll just try something different and this will be a relaxing cruise and I'll just like not go to the club. I'm not really pressed about the club anyway. But still, that's just weird. Like, what's going on?
So Carnival Cruise said there would be no more fans allowed on the boat, no more fans allowed on the boat, no more boots on the ground, no more boots on the ground, and no more rap music will be. Don't know how true this is, speculation only, but I did search and see a list of rules, new rules for Carnival Cruise, and it did have all those things I mentioned on there. Is it targeting? Who knows? But I can tell you one thing, when I looked up Carnival Cruises on TikTok this morning, just the curiosity of the cruises and what was going on to make these quote-unquote rules and regulations. If it's true, it's speculation, but I did see the reason why. When I tell you I saw a brawl going on the Carnival Cruise, a brawl, I saw not a man, I saw a lady pick up a chair and throw it at another woman. I saw a lady picking up a chair, throwing at another woman. I saw people doing things they had not supposed to be doing, like smoking something that they weren't supposed to be smoking, and actually videotaping this stuff and putting it on social media. That's what I can believe, excuse me. Then I saw a man, he done fell off the side of the port. They trying to get him they trying to get him up to safety. And when he get out, he telling everybody to get their hands off him and stuff. Then they put him in a wheelchair, and then he acting like he all this and that, like, you know, making a scene. I don't know. All I can say is this: if they making rules and regulations, they need to, because these Carnival cruises are getting out of hand. People can't even go nowhere with their families or more and have a good time without worrying about somebody throwing a chair or somebody stepping on somebody's foot, doing boots on the ground. I guess they get into it, or somebody smoking stuff they don't need to be smoking on these cruises. Who wants their children to see that? Then to top it off, I saw a video, and I think it was on the cruise, where a man picked a baby up and threw the baby on the floor that wasn't none of his. Maybe the baby was 2 or 3 years old, but the camera caught him. And I think he got put in jail for, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, but it looks like somebody's child was unattended and somebody picked the baby up, and a man picked the baby up and threw the baby on the ground. But like when you go somewhere like that, you have to keep your kids in order and stuff. So to me, those Carnival cruises have gotten out of order. So now they're putting in rules. If it's true, they're putting in rules and regulations to get some kind of order around there. Because throwing chairs at folk on a cruise, y'all, this is ridiculous.
Carnival Cruise, you got it down bad. I don't know how your ticket sales gonna be since you didn't change up the rules and regulations. I don't like how certain people like to turn up. You got it down bad. The Carnival Cruise was like, enough is enough. People cannot even have a good time without turning. So they decide to change the rules and regulation when it comes to the passengers on that cruise ship. So it was reported that the Carnival Cruise had made some changes when it comes to the entertainment, such as no rap music. How are we supposed to turn up? No rap music. Then they were saying something about the drinking packages. Now they're becoming more strict when it comes to serving drinks to passengers. I don't know what's the limit for each person, but it was like now they're becoming even more strict. And then they were saying something about those fans that people use for that viral song for Boots on the Ground, that handheld fan people be using to dance to that song, that line dance song. You cannot bring those anymore. And a lot of people are upset about that. And then there was one other where I see where you cannot bring Bluetooth speakers as well. So a lot of us are really mad about that. Now, a lot of people saying they were actually targeting, us and whatever. But at the same time, you can't bring everybody with you that's going to turn up and start acting like that, because you can't bring everybody with you. They were saying that there would be fights on the cruise, a lot of people getting hurt and whatever, which I don't understand about that. Now, I've never been on a cruise before. I did plan on going on one sometime next year for the first time. But then again, I'm like, I don't know, because there's no rap music and I don't drink really. I probably get drink here and there, but my thing is, what type of music they're going to be playing for us to turn up? Because without any rap music, it's not going to be as fun like it was before. Now, I did see a lot of people had already canceled their packages for the Carnival cruise due to the new rules and regulations. That's totally their choice, because they wasn't. A lot of people feel like it is a racial thing. I mean, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. It could be that, or it could be because they tired of people acting up. They tired of people just not acting adults when they actually an establishment like that. Everybody want to have a good time, but every time you look around, there's always fights breaking out, people getting drunk or whatever. You don't know what's going to happen. They tired of people like getting hurt and putting everybody in danger. So, a lot of people saying it's a racial thing. They say you ain't got to worry about me paying for this cruise. I won't be on it, but that's fine with me with that. But like I said, I've never been on a cruise before. I did want to try, but at this point, I don't even know if I even want to go on one.
Just like on the motherfucker. Man, auntie, gotta drop that piece of it. Yup. Ooh, lucky that shit fell right. Ooh.
Entertainment on Carnival Cruise Line.
I'm gonna give you a courtesy of the cruise, and you keep going back and forth. The internet's up there. I'll sing, I'll do everything, okay? This is my family, good. I've been doing this since
Whoever said Carnival Cruises was ghetto is really just anti-black. I promise you, they're just anti-black. You go to work and you be scared.
Ain't never disappointed me ever in life. Don't start today. They say they banned the speakers. Cool. I don't want to hear music anyways. Rap in this ear, country in this ear, and then hear the DJ playing the music at the DJ booth. Ban the speakers. I'm cool with that. But banning that rap music at the club, baby, what we gonna listen to? Banning fans and boots on the ground? Whoa, I'm pissed. And the drink package limited to 15. If you a normal person, 15 should be enough. If you get the right drinks. Get you a nice little Long Island, you'll be all right. Can't sneak my liquor in? Ew, that's gonna be a problem.
I don't really see an issue with this one. It's just a bunch of people having fun. Except that might be a little much. But what is this? Is this a club? Is kids around? Look at Rachel Dolezal. Right by Guy Fierro's Burgers. Some damn burgers.
Carnival does not have to worry about me. They do not have to worry about me. We got the message loud and clear. We are not your demographic anymore. So y'all, I was supposed to be going on a Carnival cruise. One of my friends is turning 30 and he's never been on a cruise. He doesn't have a passport, so do not suggest flying somewhere. So he's never been on a cruise and he was like, it's my dirty 30. I want to be on a turns up ship. He'd be seeing all the videos of Carnival. He was like, I want to do that because I'm trying to be lit for my birthday, right? Well, Carnival has decided they want to rebrand. They don't want to be known as the turn-up cruise no more, the budget-friendly cruise no more. They want to be, I don't know, I guess they want to be royal. Even though when people book Carnival, they know what they are booking. They know they are booking a turn-up cruise, period. Everybody on there is looking to have a good time, party, and have fun. We know what type of people are on there. Like, everybody on there, it's just Carnival cruises are so much fun. Like, everybody is just a vibe, right? And it's like anywhere there's gonna be like alcohol, things might get a little rowdy. That just comes with the territory of people being drunk. It has nothing to do with like, you know, being black, being this, the music. But these people done banned the fans. They saying no more hip hop music. So child, that was the whole purpose of us going. So now we are not going back to the drawing board because no ma'am.
Lady shown in the video jumped off the Carnival cruise ship.
Alicia!
They ran to the side to throw refs for her.
It's getting real.
They go back there so she at the back.
Who is it?
I think it's the same lady.
Turned the ship around for her.
Update, a lady jumped off the boat. We turning around right now. We threw two buoys, but she came up. She was acting kind of crazy, and she had to be on some sort of drugs because I don't know. Alcohol don't make you do that. So
she gone.
God damn. Well, they just made the announcement we're gonna be home, y'all, at 10 a.m. instead. That's loud. But the Coast Guard gonna continue their search. Prayers for the family. And we on the way home.
I really believe everything y'all see on the internet. Everything without even caring to research it. Nothing. Y'all just see it and y'all believe it. Because the fact that y'all believe that Carnival did this new policy where hip hop or rap isn't allowed to be played on their boats, yeah, I'm sweating. It's crazy. I'm in New York. Anyways, the fact that y'all believe that is a new policy and y'all like, oh, this is discrimination. That's not a policy they necessarily have, but that's just something that they know amongst each other, that they're not gonna play. They're not gonna play King Von. You're not gonna hear no Sexy Red on the Carnival cruise by the DJ being played, okay? You're gonna hear mainstream billboards kind of music that's like, I wanna say, think of your average work party, all right? A very fun but still professional work party. Like, they might play Soulja Boy, Crank That, and to them, that's like gonna get the club lit and all that, but that's a throwback. That's not like a current top song, right? But it still gets the party started for some reason. People still get turned up when they hear that. They're not gonna play no Zeddy. Like, if you think that's what you're going to Carnival to hear, you're wrong, because you're not the only people there, all right? For those people who say you're eliminating and discriminating a whole demographic, okay? There's a lot of other people who go on cruises, including families. I don't want to go on a cruise with my daughter and they playing Sexy Red, and every corner I walk to, there's a girl throwing it back in a circle drunk and shit, or a guy in his thong getting lit to Ice Spice, okay? I'm sorry, that's just me. That's just me, okay? That's why I don't go. I used to love to go on Carnival cruises, but from what I've seen, it's just turned into madness. Also, do you think that Norwegian and Royal Caribbean and all these other Princess of the Seas and all these other cruise lines, Disney Cruise, is playing hip-hop and rap, current hip-hop and rap? So stop trying to come at Carnival like they're being discriminatory. No, this is not a new policy, and this is just to keep the party at a certain level. All right, that's it.
Last 2 days, these burgers been nasty than a motherfucker, and I've been really disappointed. So we gonna hope for the best today. The rum runner. And this is the one with onion. Barbecue. Barbecue sauce. And a lot of mayonnaise. Now let's hope it ain't nasty. It look like the bread dry and shit. And because I got the rum runner, I don't need none of the toppings. But I do want to put some ketchup on my fries. Just hoping for the best. I hope this shit ain't nasty because the bread don't look right and it been nasty the rest of the days. Pray for it. We'll try it again. Nope. I'm not eating that. What's your food? It's chewy, like something wrong with the meat. Yeah. I have never been so disappointed in my life. Cause what is this? Is this human meat or what? Because this shit is garbage. You see how stretchy it is? Like, there's no way I'm pulling it hard and it's not. So imagine what it do to your inside. Shit ain't worth a damn. Why is there so much fat in the burger? Carnival crew, y'all need y'all ad kit. Cause this shit ain't worth a damn.
With these new rules and regulations from Carnival, I can guarantee you, they're about to F around and find out real soon. I was planning on booking my next Carnival cruise for 2026 because bad time on my last Carnival cruise. But the way Carnival has updated their rules, I think I'm gonna have to pass. Cause what do you mean y'all are not having any more hip hop music? I mean, excuse me? The hip hop music had the boat rocking. Okay, that club was jumping and the boat was rocking because of the club music. And then I thought to myself, you know what? Maybe I can make it do. I can bring a speaker, have my room turned up, like, you know, bring the club vibes to the room and have a good time like that. But they also said you cannot bring a speaker. What? Like, what do you mean we can't bring a speaker? I shower and listen to music. I get ready and listen to music. Why can I not have a speaker in my room? Y'all really trying to control the vibes in my cabin that I pay for? And don't even let me get started on the drink package. You mean to tell me y'all are taking the drink package away? At this point, it's just sounding like a boat that's just floating on the ocean. Like, what exactly is what's the point? What's the point? I honestly feel like they said anything that the black community would enjoy, you know, their type of vacation that they want, let's get rid of it. Let's cut it out. Carnival Cruise is about to be looking as dried up as Margaritaville. That boat. Y'all about to be looking like that real soon. Y'all gonna see. I'm hoping we can get another cruise line that, you know, says, you know what? We want the black dollar. We want them to come up and show out because what is a cruise without hip hop music, a drink package, and a vibe from the black community? What is it? The next thing they're gonna be adding to the rules is a curfew. You have to be back in your cabin by 11 o'clock. Come on, Carnival. Do better.
I only spent $30 with y'all's asses. Guest services, I'm on my way. Oh, yeah. I'm on my way. Oh, I'm on my way. I have to see what this charge is on my app because I don't understand. I bought 2 fucking drinks. 2 drinks ain't $80. It's not. And it's just me, the adult. Just me, the only adult. Besides my son. Like, no. No. And Jameson ain't buying nobody no motherfucking drink. Fuck I ain't. Fuck are you talking about? Yeah, what are you talking about? No, it's a no. Okay. Let's go. Let's go.
They fucking sick of y'all. And before y'all get on here talking about some, oh, they racist, they hate black people. No, they hate niggas. That's what they hate. I hate them too. They hate exactly what it is. And y'all don't know how to handle yourselves. Y'all get on here, get drunk, get to fighting, being disruptive, disturbing all the other passengers. That's all it is. Like, y'all act like y'all have no fucking home training. Like, everywhere don't have to be a party. Some people pay for this shit just to simply relax. That's it. That's all they want to do is relax. They don't want to deal with no bullshit. They don't want to deal with no fighting, no irate motherfuckers who don't know how to control their liquor, all that shit. Some people just don't want to deal with that shit. And if I spend my money, depending on it, especially if I book the cruise, you know, if you book the cruises late, you spending a pretty penny. Spend about $2-3 grand.
Back in the
if you booked it early, you spend about $1,000-$1,200.
Shut up.
But either way it go, I spent my money to relax. This is my getaway from what's going on in the real fucking world. And I gotta deal with you motherfuckers acting ignorant? Yeah. I'm with all the rules. Ban all this shit. And then stop bringing y'all fucking kids. Damn. Like, it's enough of this shit. We grown. Grown motherfuckers is paying to get away from kids, and then y'all bringing the kids to the function with y'all. Like, what the fuck is y'all doing? Leave them motherfuckers at home. Take your kids. You want to take your kids? Take your kid to Disneyland. That's what you can do. Take your motherfucking kid to Disneyland. Don't bring them on a cruise disturbing everybody else's peace of mind.
Everyone has an opinion. Here's mine. By now, I am certain you have seen all of the viral videos about is Carnival crew racist? Well, here's my opinion. No, they're not racist. Nothing could be further from the truth. The problem is when they decided to extend black folks an olive branch of peace, and they didn't say specifically we're catering towards any demographic of people, but if we take a time ship and go all the way back to 2020, a lot of businesses were on the brink of bankruptcy. The cruise line industry was one of those industries that was on the verge of bankruptcy. In particular, Carnival Cruise Lines struggled mightily throughout the 2020 year. So much so, they instituted a new policy to come out with lower fares, cheaper cruises. By doing so, they opened it up to a different demographic. Here's where you come in, black man, black woman, come on in. So, by them lowering the price point of these cruises and making them more accessible to a different demographic of people, the unintended consequences were, let's just say, par for the course. Especially when you're dealing with the demographic of people who they decided to deal with. The lower income, lower earning folks. No, not to be disrespectful towards anybody. Now, they're saying that you're not allowed to bring your own personal speakers on board. As a person who would like to be on vacation and actually enjoying myself, I second that notion. The next thing that they're saying that they're not allowed to play any rap music. I've searched through Carnival Cruise Line's bylaws. I didn't see anything that mentioned that they're not allowed to play rap music. Now, if they're not playing rap music, it could be because they have decided to take their club options to themed nights. 70s night, 80s night, so you're going to hear more of a variety. And let's be honest, when you listen to rap music and you're under the influence of alcohol, what is the behavior that typically associates with that type of music? Let's all be honest here. Now, this isn't to target any black people, white people, or any demographic of people. However, facts are facts. And you got folks fighting in terminals, And then when you see these viral videos of all of these people, I mean, hundreds of people, what it looks like piled on top of a boat, dancing and screaming, doing the popping the fans thing, and they saying that you're not allowed to bring the fans on anymore. Again, more stuff that I completely agree with. Like, leave that egregious ass nonsense at your home. If you want to do all of that, stay home. When you go on to Royal Caribbean, you don't see all that. That's why Carnival has put themselves in a position to be labeled as the Walmart of the seas. Because they have decided to be a low-cost option, these are the unintended consequences. They are now officially the Spirit Airlines of the seas. If we were talking fast food restaurants, they'd be churches. They wouldn't even be Popeyes. They'd be Church's Chicken.
We're back with another lit video.
Now listen. You can say that they racist all you want, but the bottom line is the fact that they were even willing to do business with you niggas in the first place should show you, that alone should show you that they not racist. But of course, you had to get in your feels because you can't sneak your illegal narcotics and your illegal alcohol onto the boat. Oh no, God forbid they actually want to enforce their rules and regulations. Such a terrible company. All I'm saying is, maybe you need to look in the mirror, because every time that you sit up there and try to denigrate this company or talk shit about this company for stuff that they're supposedly doing to you, what are you doing wrong? How are you moving? Are you out here on vacation sneaking stuff onto the boat that you ain't supposed to be sneaking? Is you on there fighting people? I heard of an instance where a couple was on an elevator and some YNs, you know what YNs are, got onto the elevator and they jumping up and down on the elevator. You're on an elevator that's in motion and you have people who are jumping up and down on the elevator while it's in motion. So the wife asked one of the YNs to stop doing it, and then she was greeted with all types of B words and other obscenities. That's when her husband stepped in and he was promptly beaten unconscious. Is that what you signed up for when you wanted to go cruising? When you said that you were going to the Bahamas and you were getting there via Carnival Cruise Lines, is that what you had in your mind and vision was going to happen to you? Was that part of your thought process? Yeah, me neither. So, that being said, I wouldn't be caught dead on any cruise, because just the fact of the matter is, you got all of these different people. If something was to go down, all of y'all done. If that boat capsized, y'all done. Y'all jumping up and down, doing a rogue wave come by, hit that boat, you're done. Like, you got to be a wild motherfucker to be wanting to go cruising anyway.
Carnival is the Section 8 of cruise lines. It's so ghetto. All right, if you've ever said those words, take a minute to reflect and think about what you really mean when you say that and why it's problematic. And I really challenge folks to do just that, because while Carnival might not be everyone's cup of tea, I do get tired of hearing these things thrown around. And yes, fights and bad behavior can happen on any cruise ship. And yes, it admittedly happens more often seemingly on Carnival, but you have to account for the fact that Carnival holds nearly 20% cruise passenger market share. And compared to other cruise lines, Carnival cruisers tend to be younger. The average age of a Carnival cruiser is mid-40s. And yeah, for cruising, that's considered young. Carnival also intentionally positions itself as the fun ship. And frankly, that is the #1 reason why I love Carnival above the other cruise lines. The emphasis on fun parties, dancing, music, and yes, sometimes alcohol, it makes it fun. So if you've ever referred to Carnival in a derogatory way, what do you really mean by that? And does it really make you feel better about yourself or feel superior? People also like to call it the Walmart of the seas, which is slightly less problematic, but still just ick. And guess what? A lot of us do really well for ourselves, but we still shop at Walmart and we still cruise on Carnival. And I'm one of them, and I'm not ashamed of it.
Okay, so it's February 2013 and 4,000 people are in Galveston, Texas, getting ready to board Carnival's cruise ship Triumph for a 6-day trip to Cozumel, Mexico. 1 and 2 were amazing. Adults were partying, everyone's stuffing their face with food, kids are loving life in the pool, everyone is in high spirits. Days 3 and 4, they get to Cozumel. Again, everything is perfect. Weather is beautiful, excursions are fun, drinks are cold, life is good. So the ship leaves Cozumel, headed back to Texas, when all of a sudden, boom, the lights in the ship go out. No one panics, not a big deal. This probably happens all the time, right? But slowly, rumors start to spread, and it's circulating that people had seen fire coming from the ship's electrical rooms. About an hour passes, and boom, all electricity turns off. No lights, no power, no cell service or Wi-Fi, and possibly worst of all, no toilets for 4,000 people. Passengers start panicking. Staff comes on the overhead speakers and says to guests, we're trying to figure out what's going on, but in the meantime, if you need to pee, pee in the shower, and if you need to poop, staff will be dropping off red hazmat bags to all the cabins. Poop in those and then throw them away in the trash bin. People were like, what? Days go by and the passengers are just floating around in the middle of the ocean, and it's total chaos on the boat. All perishable food items had to be thrown away, so there is no food. People start hoarding, stealing, fist fighting. People were waiting hours in line for food, only to receive an onion sandwich. And it was so hot inside the ship, people were sleeping on the deck. Soon they get word that a tugboat would be coming from Mexico to tow them back to Mexico. But by the time these tugboats were ready, the ship had floated 100 nautical miles away from Mexico, so they could no longer help. At one point, the Triumph's sister ship, the Carnival Legend, pulls up and passengers think, oh, they're here to help. But this new ship, the Legend, can't take on 4,000 people, only there to transfer over what little extra food they had. So passengers on the Triumph are watching the passengers on the Legend, which are just feet away, dancing to music, taking shots of liquor, and one lady swears she could even hear people singing and dancing to the YMCA. Commercial airlines were doing flybys just to show their passengers this floating spectacle. So while they're waiting to be rescued, someone at Carnival decides to open the bar. Free alcohol for everyone. Mind you, people are in horrible moods. They haven't eaten in days. They're hot, they're uncomfortable, and someone decides unlimited alcohol is the key to helping this situation. Horrible idea. People start slinging their red poop bags across the ship. People are urinating off the side of the boat. People are having intercourse in front of others on the deck. They're fighting each other. It's an absolutely horrible idea and doesn't last long. Finally, a tugboat arrives to take them to Mobile, Alabama. As this tugboat is pulling, the ship gets yanked. And like things couldn't get worse, it forces all the pee and poop that had been accumulating over the last week to come flying up out of the drains. People were standing in, slipping in, and smelling feces and urination. Nonetheless, after nearly a week of being stranded at sea, the Triumph makes it back to land. Carnival spent $115 million cleaning up and revamping the Triumph. They also renamed the boat, so if you're ever on the Cardinal Sunrise, just know that's her. Okay, so what did the passengers receive as compensation? Each passenger got a full refund. They got transportation expenses paid from Mobile to Texas. They got a $500 payment and a free cruise to use at a future date. Oh, and in case you're wondering, passengers could not sue because at the time, Carnival's fine print read, quote, Carnival makes absolutely no guarantees for safe passage, a seaworthy vessel, adequate or wholesome food, or sanitary and safe living conditions.
What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ today. We back with another lit shitty video. Back in the confessional, yeah, we staying lit, big dog, man. Shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. Shout out to my player partner, Lucky Wizard Deals. He keeps it lit. Like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Hit the links below. We got HiveMindLabs.com where you can unbig that back. Yep. And, man, use the discount code everydaypj at checkout, man. Let me say, this I don't get it. Okay, when I took a cruise recently, I'm guessing all the new rules had taken effect. But I had a Bluetooth speaker. I got my Bluetooth speaker in my room. And you know what I was doing in the morning? Jamming to my music. And you know what? My Bluetooth speaker sat right there on the table. I didn't know. I was told, oh, you got your Bluetooth over here? I was like, yeah. It's like, oh, they said you couldn't bring them. Well, I brought it. Didn't really care what it is. what they did say, you can't bring water bottles in. And guess what was in my water bottle? Yeah. But I did figure out that there's a way to bring stuff in, but I was just like, I don't want to go through all that. Maybe next time. Because it would have been easier. I didn't drink a lot, so I didn't get the drink package. In fact, the drinks were trash. So if you got the drink package, unless you was just taking shots, you wasn't getting drunk. And I was just like, I'd rather just take shots. And I just bought a couple. I didn't buy a bunch because I wasn't there to get wasted. Yeah, I wanted to relax, but I didn't want to get wasted. I didn't want to spend my time drunk and hungover. I didn't want to do that. I got seasick the first day, and I took a motion sickness pill, and I was right on. I was good from there. I did not see any fighting, but as I was on the cruise ship, everybody was talking about like fights and stuff like this and what happened. Like I was at the pool, then I went live. So if anybody remember my live from my cruise ship, it was like I was live, and I was like I got into a fight, and I had a picture of a fight on the cruise ship up there, and people were like, did you get into a fight? I made up a whole story about a fight. It wasn't no damn fight on a damn cruise ship. But everybody expected that it was, but it wasn't. I didn't see a lot of nonsense. I did see a lot of kids running around unattended, and that didn't bother me. That didn't bother me. So I didn't see all this mess. But what I did notice was there was a influx of big women with little to nothing on, and I was just like, so it was. I was like, hey, whatever floats your boat, or whatever floats the Carnival boat, and hopefully we can stay afloat. Cause I was like, this thing gotta have a weight limit, and I ain't talking about just black women. It was black men, white women, all type of races. Just everybody was just big. Okay, but I did notice, I was like, it's a lot of black people on this boat. And I was wondering how comfortable the white people were, but they didn't seem too uncomfortable, especially like in the pool area. But what I did notice is that people were in the pool area, for a long time, drinking. Nobody got out to use the restroom. So I wasn't putting my head under that water. But luckily, they drain the pool and refill it every day. But I don't think that pool had any like filters. Because if it would have had filters, it would have been filtering that water, and the pee wouldn't have been like pee. It would have, flushed out real fast. And I think they filter it at one time at night. They don't filter it throughout the entire day. They should filter it throughout the entire day. And needless to say, if you get in there early, you're good. If you wait later on in the day, pee everywhere. Didn't want to even touch the kid pool. I didn't even want to touch the kid pool. And then you had like kids all in the hot tub while adults trying to watch the movie in the hot tub. Kids, foul language. Mother F this, and you ain't. I'm like, they gotta be 8. Where are their parents at? Parents didn't even walk up and catch them cussing. You know what I'm saying? Why you ain't looking for your kids? But, I seen a lot of... Well, actually, check this out. I went to the sports bar because it was the finals. And the Thunder was playing the Pacers. And I think that was the game that the Pacers... No, the Thunder... I think the Thunder won that game. Because I was like... It made my day. Like, I was already, like, not having it. Oklahoma City was struggling. And then they won the game. And I was like, hell yeah. And there was a lot of people that didn't want the Thunder to win. So it was just like... But the people I sat down with, like, were cool. Then they got up and left. And then some more people came. And they were cool. And it was just a vibe. Like, man, I'm an adult. I'm a grown man. I'm straight. Then... I went to the casino. I won like $400 at the casino. So that really gave me all my money back. Plus I bought liquor. I bought me some Hennessy, So I was like, hey, I'm glad I won that money. Because, I would have spent money anyway, but I'm glad I won it. Then, from there, I had a good overall experience. I just didn't want to do it. I also got this tattoo while I was in the Bahamas. I just tattooed. So, but I was just like, I'm not going to do a cruise because I would rather just go to the Bahamas. But it was just nice getting on and having that experience, and that I didn't have a bad experience. It just wasn't for me. So all this nonsense, and people was like, oh, no more rap. I didn't even go to the club. And I heard rap music. I heard everything. I don't know what they was playing. Nelly hot in here. It wasn't like they was. I didn't hear Sexy Red. I didn't hear. I didn't hear a lot of stuff. I heard like the Usher. Yeah. I heard that. I heard Flo Rida. Apple bottom jeans, boots with the. That's what I heard. So everybody's talking about no more rap music. But well, if y'all fighting to that, like it was in there. Somebody was fighting, and in one of these videos it was Mariah Carey. You will always be my baby. You know, people if they drunk, they gonna fight to anything. I don't think it's the rap music, which Carnival has. They can do what they want to do. It's they. But you know, I don't know. I'm just intrigued to see what happens in the near future. And in fact, my phone is in my car, and it's been in my car for this whole hour. I got stock in Carnival. I got a lot of stock in Carnival because during the pandemic, Carnival stock plummeted so far. Somebody said, buy it. So I started buying it, like $20, $30, $40, $20. I just kept buying it. My friend was like, buy more, don't stop. I was like, man, this shit going down. It started going down, and it went down to like $20-something. She was like, man, he was like, you got any more money to buy? No, he said, you buy any more stock right now? It's at $20 a share. I was like, I ain't got no money. He sent me $200 and said, buy $200 worth right now. He said, you could pay me back later. I said, all right. Mind you, my friend, he didn't even ask for the money back. I offered him the $200 back. He's like, nah, keep it. I was like, good. So at this point now, I got like 45 shares of stock, and it was all less than like $50 a share, right? You know, that stock is worth. That stock is like hundreds of dollars now. So, that day there was $20. I bought 10 shares, and it's multiplied by over 10. So per share. So I made about $200 every share. So all I'm saying is I had a good thing, and I don't know if this is gonna bring my stock back down, but I don't think it'll go as low as it did when the when the pandemic came. So, you know, it is what it is. And you know what's crazy? I just transferred that money to my brokerage in Robinhood. Like I said, if you got stock in Cashapp, transfer it to Robinhood. Start your Cashapp stock back over, because Cashapp is volatile. It could get hacked. It's just terrible security. So, you know, do some stock on there, just learn it, and then transfer it to Robinhood brokerage. And then when you transfer it, they add a percentage. Like I think it's like 5% they added to it because you transfer money to your brokerage, and there's an unlimited amount. So if you had $10,000 worth of stock in another one of these apps, and you transfer it into Robinhood, they add another 5%. 5% of 10,000, I believe, is $500. So think about it like that. Like a easy $500 for just transferring your money Plus, it's gonna continue to grow, and that's how it works. Everyday people, let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna holler at you later. Peace.
Day and night. For some women, it can start working in as quick as 1 week.